And to make the best use of them, it kind of takes us into the design phase of the project. During design phase, you really want to make sure that you don't have unclear or incorrect requirements. These types of issues could lead to timeline impacts. Individuals that are most familiar with the process will be able to confirm design during working sessions so that you don't have any unexpected surprises too far into the design process, which can be really detrimental to the timeline. Comprehension of the timeline and what can be realistically accomplished in each phase can also contribute to the design success phase. You need to be able to explain to the client in functional language and convey these sorts of complexities properly. The result of this phase should be the design document. What part of the design document plays into the project?
So that's a really good question. So what we do is we make sure that first and foremost, the design is accomplishing the requirements matrix that was set out and the priorities. But then also we aren't designing in a black box. So our collaboration with the team, the client team starts in the very beginning, even from requirements, and then continues in design. So a big part of design is, as I was mentioning with the pre-built functionality, is understanding where there's a delta. So we do a fit gap analysis of where can we in the design accommodate some of those frameworks, and where do we need to maybe poke a little deeper. And there's a business process change that could help accommodate those frameworks, or there truly needs to be a customization or something unique. But we do need the customer feedback to make sure we finalize a design that is going to shape a day in the life that they can live with, even before we start building, because we don't want to waste time building something that's not going to be adopted. So again, going back to a different planning process, is there a change? Are we going to a lower level of detail in this design? And what impact does that have on the data that we are going to be bringing into the application and the integrations? And so one of the other things we like to balance that with is the product roadmap. So we have folks on our team that have seen how the product can evolve and change and what features can be utilized in the future. So we try to design an application that grows. So the design document is very important to not only document the technical details, but also make sure that we have alignment with the requirements and then customer alignment on that design. So we know exactly if there is a process impact or not in the future.
That is so important for everyone to be on the same page for that design document. So thank you for mentioning